Good afternoon. Today is Monday, the 4th of October, 2010. Let's take a look at this market. The S&P 500 and the rest of the markets did close with some slight losses. We're looking at the NASDAQ here first. You can see the NASDAQ has been challenging some prior support from late October. And that level, we've been kind of closing right at it and the 10-day moving average, but it broke down through that today. Now it looks as though the bigger level of potential support, if this NASDAQ that is continues to sell off, would be down towards about $47.50 or so. We are below a declining 5-day moving average. That's the orange line, and we do see a pattern of lower highs and lower lows below that. So here's a market where the daily time frame still above that 20-day moving average, but it means that intermediate term the sellers do have control until we can probably get back at least above 48.80. You want to play very strong defense in the NASDAQ. As for the S&P 500, down 86 cents today. Let's take a look at that daily time frame first. The 113.20 level was tested. We actually hit 113.18 today, but that's the bigger level of prior resistance, which the market's been trying to hold on to in here, and that will continue to be an important level with 112 and change just below it, which is not only this prior support but the 200-day moving average, which is the black line there. So let's take a look at a 65-minute time frame. Actually, here we can kind of see that 113.20 area. If I drew it properly, we would see that 113.20 area is what's being tested along with the 20-day moving average. And getting down to a 10-minute time frame, this market last week we had basically been in this range except for about an hour and a half or so of 113.60 up to 115. We did close above there late in the day, but with a declining 5-day moving average, we still do want to look at this as intermediate term, pretty risky, that perhaps we're going to undergo some further profit taking. The bigger levels that we want to keep an eye on will be, of course, this is the 113.20 level, and then about 112 and a quarter or so. So those are important levels for the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. We should also take a look at the financials. They are pretty neutral here more than anything, but if we start to see them break down, then the range in here just for the last week and a half has basically been 1430 to 1460. It's been unable to get above that 1460 level. It's going to need to clear at least 1460 before we have the possibility of maybe going on to test that $15 level. So 1460 seems to be defended by the sellers right now, and 1430 is holding, and just below that the $14.20 level is probably the bigger level, that if that's broken, then we really want to look at this market with a much stronger defense.